So my topic is about the social inequality that people who are homeless face. So my thesis includes social inequality, including healthcare and employment that this population faces and is mostly due to discrimination. So word for word, my thesis statement is throughout the United States, people who are experiencing homelessness often experience social inequality in their daily lives, whether that be through healthcare or employment. It is most likely due to discrimination, and there is really only one way to fix it, and I will get into that later in my paper. The first way this population faces social inequality would be through healthcare. In fact, the mortality rate among this population is the highest among other populations throughout the United States. And in fact, this population is more likely to die 30 years earlier due to preventable diseases. Often people in healthcare do not want to help this population as they believe they don't deserve their help, that they just don't deserve it. And that is really not the case. Everyone deserves healthcare no matter their situation. While there are some resources available, this population doesn't really know about them because no one tells them due to the stigmatization around them. There was a study done that people in this population feel that they are not getting their needs met fully, whether that be between post-op visits, checkups, care nods, etc. The next main point is they experience social inequality through employment. Oftentimes on job applications, it asks for an address, but people that are experiencing homelessness do not have an address, so they are unable to put an address down on that question on their application. There is, in fact, a campaign that is getting awareness. It's called the Ban the Address campaign. They are wanting to delete this question from job applications, as if you think about it, it's not really necessary. If you get the job, yeah, it's necessary, but just by applying, it's not. And they make a really good point that oftentimes if they put the shelter address on the application, that they will get discriminated against and they will not receive the job just by putting the shelter's address. So there are alternate ways that that this job application can have. The next way discrimination is faced in this population is the anti-homeless laws. There was a study of 234 United States cities found that 53% prohibited sitting or lying in public spaces, 76% prohibited panhandling, 65% prohibited loitering, and 43% prohibited sleeping in vehicles. It's crazy that there are laws out there just to keep these people off the streets. In fact, it is also common for the cities to remove public benches, close parks after dark, removal of publicly stored belongings, and the sweep of illegal campsites. Police have ticketed homeless people for sleeping on benches or sitting on sidewalks for too long. There are many people that have their own thoughts about this population. For example, quote, helping them hurts them even more and they are dependent on help. And some people believe that there are people that are worse off, so that deserve their money instead of these people. And they also believe that this money that they give this population goes straight to drugs and alcohol. There is really only one solution to fixing this problem, and it would be to break the stigma. Often stigmas are made due to lack of knowledge, so just by raising awareness and educating people on this topic could do so much to helping this population. For example, many people don't know about the anti-homeless laws. And they also don't know about what this population faces on a daily. So just by raising awareness, you could do so much by helping these people. And then also using the housing first method, which helps get people into houses. Finally, I thought that this quote was very powerful. Give a man a fish and he'll be hungry by the evening, but teach a man to fish and he'll never be hungry again, by Kyle Cassidy. It just proves that you don't have to give them everything that you own, just some resources that will help them get started and help them get off their feet.